This is OpenSpec, a lightweight spec-driven development tool. Yes, another one of those, developed by Fission AI to solve the problem of spec tools losing requirements in chat history and using up too many tokens. But with so many other more popular spec-driven development tools out there like Amazon's Kiro and GitHub's Spec Kit, is the simplicity of OpenSpec enough to make it worth your time? Let's find out. And before we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Spec-driven development turns your vague prompt into a clearly defined document with tasks for your AI agents to follow, massively reducing the amount of bugs and errors in your final project. Check out this video by Andres to learn more about the details. And OpenSpec makes the whole process so much simpler, narrowing things down to 3 major steps. Draft your proposal, review the tasks, then implement the tasks. In fact, let's go ahead and see it in action. I want to create a fake LLM benchmarking tool. To do that, let's start off with a simple Vite React project. Then in our project, we'll initialize OpenSpec, which will ask us to select an AI tool. In my case, that will be OpenCode. I'll hit enter, and now we should have a few new files. First, an agents.md file and an OpenSpec folder. We'll talk more about this one later. For now, let's follow the instructions by first asking OpenCode to fill out the project details. And here we can see it's updated the OpenSpec project MD file with the purpose of our project, the tech stack, conventions, and much more. Next, we'll add a change proposal, which will be a tool that users can use to create their own bar charts, edit the legends, bar colors, and toggle between light and dark mode. It's quite a lot, but I'm sure OpenSpec can handle it. And here we can see it's called the change proposal, add bar chart tool, and placed information about it inside this directory. If we take a look at the add bar chart tool folder, we can see the specs, which contains chart creator, the proposal, and tasks, which shows the number of tasks. We can also run OpenSpec list to see the changes and the number of tasks that have been completed. From here, we can update the proposal and tasks. For example, I could say, do not run any unit or integration tests. This is a simple project. OpenCode will update the task file, and now we have less tasks. Once I'm happy, I can either ask OpenSpec to go ahead and implement the changes, or I can use the /command OpenSpec apply, which will begin going through the tasks. If I wanted a visual representation of the progress, I could run OpenSpec view to see what's active, how much is completed, and the total progress. So now it's completed all the tasks and also updated the task MD file, which means if we run OpenSpec view, we can see the changes have been completed. And if we take a look at the app, it's done exactly what I've asked. I can toggle between light and dark mode, I can update the legend, I can adjust the values which have this nice animation, change the colors, we can even change the color scheme, which is really nice, and export an image. Unfortunately, the image is quite low res, it doesn't match the font, and updating the legend doesn't seem to work. But this is great for a first attempt. Let's take a look at creating multiple proposals to improve the project. But first I'm going to use the OpenSpec archive /command to archive the previous proposal because it's completed, which moves the change to the archive folder. And here I'm going to create a new proposal to say fixed legend position functionality so it updates the chart. And then in a new tab, I'm going to create another proposal to say increase the resolution of the exported image and make it use a sans serif font. So now with both proposals going, if we take a look at the OpenSpec directory, we have 2 new folders, which each have their own tasks and proposals. Now the proposals are ready, let's go ahead and implement these changes by using the OpenSpec apply /command and specifying the change. And now both changes have finished, and if we look at the app, we should now be able to change the legend position. So let's remove this so we don't have to scroll up and down too much. And if we go to the top, the legend moves to the bottom. If we go to the left, that's correct. If we go to the right, that's also correct. And we can show or hide the legend. Perfect. Maybe that's one more thing to fix. Let's take a look at the image quality. So if I export this image and open it, this is now much better and it's using a sans serif font. From here, I could go on and on, adding changes to my project. I honestly love the simplicity of OpenSpec. I mean, all you need to know is 3 /commands and you're good to go. Currently, it doesn't support as many AI agents as other tools, but support is coming. I also honestly wish there was a way to track progress in real time instead of having to open the agent chat window to see what tasks have been finished. But I have a feeling that's just one of the many techniques OpenSpec uses to keep down token usage. Anyway, what do you think of OpenSpec? Is it something you're thinking of using? Let me know in the comments. I, for one, am definitely planning to use it for a future side project. Again, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, happy coding.